Sandman.
Greetings friends. In this video, I will tell you about an extremely dangerous creature that kidnaps children and kills adults before Christmas. The monster is known as SCP-4666, the Yule Man. SCP-4666, also referred to as the Yule Man, is an antagonist in the SCP Foundation series. It is a humanoid figure that travels around the world killing families and kidnapping children. Because of its ability to teleport at will and extreme difficulty to contain, it is classified as Keter by the Foundation. Though little photographic or video material exists of SCP-4666, reports have described it appearing as an extremely tall humanoid appearing to resemble an elderly male with white hair. Reports and survivors claim SCP-4666 is always completely nude regardless of weather or conditions. Fingerprints have been discovered at investigated locations, though they exhibit properties not found in humans, such as a double whorl pattern. Hair has been found, though the DNA does not belong to any known creature, human or animal. Its teeth marks also do not match any known creature. SCP-4666 was originally one of the many evil names belonging to SCP-5925, one of the fairies from SCP-4000 who was able to gather a number of names which transformed him into Santa Claus. However, after he lost a number of his name, one of his evil names manifested as the Yule Man who began kidnapping children and forcing them to make toys out of the bodies of fellow kidnapped children. It's also possible its origin lies somewhere in Scandinavia, as its name is of Danish origin and the earliest report of it was in Scandinavia. The Foundation first became aware of the existence and activity of SCP-4666 in 1974 through the newly introduced Anomalous Fingerprint Recognition Program. That year, on the night of January 1st through January 2nd, mass murders of entire families, suspiciously similar crimes, were reported in several locations throughout the Northern Hemisphere. A lengthy study of civil and police records around the world determined that potential White Night events had occurred every year before, with the earliest recorded in the late 18th century, an average of 3 events per year. Historical documents describing the activities of SCP-4666 and relating to earlier time periods were also found. Thanks to them, it was possible to learn that on the territory of modern Europe and Russia about the creature was known in the 2th century AD, and in the countries of the Scandinavian peninsula, in the 1st century BC. Similar fingerprints of a humanoid creature have been found at the site of all the White Night events where the Foundation has investigated. They match an incomplete fingerprint on a patch of dried blood found on a copy of SCP-4666-A, dated 1873. The fingerprints have features uncharacteristic of those of ordinary people. Human-like gray hairs have also been found in some of the locations where the White Night event occurred, but no DNA samples have been isolated from them. Web and media traffic is monitored by the SCP Foundation, and forces are deployed if a family is suspected of being targeted by SCP-4666. All reports of killings are falsified to appear as non-anomalous home invasion murders, with evidence confiscated. Despite this, SCP-4666 has yet to be taken into custody. In 2018, an SCP-46661 event in Hoona, Alaska, produced a large doll made from an emaciated body of a child. However, the child, named Ekaterina Morozova, was still alive, though unconscious. She was rushed to a hospital, where she was interviewed by a Foundation researcher. She told him that she, along with many other children, were abducted in a bag after being forced to watch their families being murdered. They were then brought underground to a series of tunnels, where SCP-4666 forced them to make the toys out of the body parts of other abductees with minimal sustenance for years. If they stopped working at any time, even by falling asleep, they were denied food and water and were tortured by being hit, burned, bitten, or cooked alive in a furnace and devoured in front of the other slaves. However, when a child is no longer able to make toys, they are added to the materials used to make them. Morozova got sick and could no longer work, so SCP-4666 had the others partially mutilate her and make her into a doll, rendering her unconscious until she was delivered to the next family and rushed to the hospital. However, only 18 hours after her discovery, Morozova died from multiple organ failures resulting severe malnourishment. SCP-4666 only becomes active for 12 nights every year, from the night of December 21st to 22nd to the night of January 1st to 2nd, manifesting and seemingly teleporting to any location above 40 degrees north latitude, where it will designate a household and family, always with one or more small children under the age of 8. Reports state that on the 1st through 7th nights of SCP-4666 active period, termed Weissnacht events or White Night, the children of the household will catch sight of SCP-4666 around their abode, standing in the distance. Occasionally, children will wake at night to see a figure standing outside their windows watching them sleep. On the 8th through 11th nights of activity, the entire family, including adults, will report hearing footsteps on their roofs or in their attics, as well as a putrid smell emanating from an unknown source. Many reports say the families describe the experiences to be similar to that of a haunting, and may assume it to be such. On the 12th and final night of activity, one of two scenarios will occur. The first, which is most common, all members of the victimized family will be incapacitated, restrained, and herded into a single room, where SCP-4666 will proceed to murder all members in front of each other with the exception of one child, which will be abducted. The methods of incapacitating, restraining, and killing vary with each event. The murder victims are always tortured to death, with every member of each family dying in the same manner. In the second scenario, having occurred 15% in recorded Weissnacht events, no harm will come to the family. Footsteps will be heard, but no sign of forced entry will be found. In the morning, children will wake up to find toys at the foot of their beds, crudely crafted from the remains of deceased human children. Exactly how SCP-4666 determines the outcome of a Weissnacht event is currently unknown.